Most people think about things all the time, or they say they're going to do something, and nobody really takes action. You know, it's probably my wife. You know, I'd complained and whined to her for so long. You know, I remember her finally just saying, I don't want to hear about it anymore. If you're not going to do something about it, don't talk to me about it. You know, find somebody else to complain to. I'm not listening to it. And then I remember quitting and calling her. So, well, I quit my job. I'm going to turn my truck in. And she was like, you're kidding me. And I said, no, I'm not kidding. And then she was like, okay, all right, well, I guess you did something about it. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, there are no superhumans, only humans. What one man can do, so can another. And that's by Andy Frisell. And that's probably the most true statement or quote that you can find. Everybody just looks at the finished product. They look at the house, or they look at the cars, or, you know, in a company they look at, you know, all the employees that they have now, and they just think, well, I can't do that. Well, you don't see where they started. Everybody just wants it now. Nobody wants to do the work. That's all it is just day in, day out, no matter if you want to do it or not, getting up, going to work, whether or not you feel like it or not, and just moving forward, you know. And just over time, it just gets bigger and bigger, you know, if you just do the right things. I think fitness and business is like the same thing. You know, there's so many people that they just see the finish line of them sitting on the beach drinking a Bahama Mama or something like that when they're 55 years old. And it's the same way in fitness. There's no finish line. I mean, you can be in great shape, but the second you take your foot off the gas, it's just somebody catches you. You know, there's always somebody behind you or below you, you know, trying to, you know, starting a brand new company or something like that. There's always somebody trying to take your spot. I never was a big reader, you know, before, but and having to read every day, I've actually enjoy reading now, and enjoy reading books like Jocko's books, or, you know, I read Uncontainable not too long ago about, you know, company culture and stuff like that. And it just opens your mind up to other things and other ways of doing things. And it's the same way, you know, as fitness. The second you think you know everything, that you don't. I wanted it not to be a company that just chases money, you know, and the people are numbers, you know, they're employee number 1,022, you know, or whatever. I just wanted a place where, you know, it was like a family. And no matter how big we got or how big we get from here on down, that the lowest guy on the totem pole is just as important as me or anybody else, and we're all on the same team. And it's no different than, you know, I tell them all the time that, you know, a football team's got a quarterback and a left tackle and defensive end, you know, there's all kinds of different positions and everybody plays a different role, but it's all on the same team.
I'd heard that he was a real good guy to work for, that he was really all about the employees. It was one of the main reasons he started his own company. You know, he wanted to be an employee first, you know, or family first, and then employee first. And from what I've met and talked to him, you know, I believe that.
I was working for another company, and of course they believed in 6 days a week, do all you can do, 7 days a week, no family time. And heard about Dylan, he liked to get everything done in 5 days, and where you could have some time with your family. And like I said, he wanted to establish a company where he treated his employees where they could have family time, and thought I'd come there and give it a shot, and so far everything's working great.
The fact that he was more about the employees and wasn't, every employee was just a number. A lot of your bigger companies, you get to be a number, and they don't care a thing about you. It's what can you do for me? And from talking to people, that wasn't the case here.
If there's something going on, I need him, I call him, he answers the phone, or if he don't, he'll call me back, if he's busy. So I very rarely see him out on any of my jobs, and he lets us do our job.
I've never really been a micromanager. Even when I was a foreman at another company or whatever, I'd kind of tell people what I needed them to do and let them do it. It's just always kind of been my approach. I guess early on, I was the estimator and I was the project manager, and I was also the foreman and superintendent and the HR person and everything else. All of a sudden the job would almost be over, and I'd realize we don't have another job to go to. We're not going to be the typical construction company that just lays off all the field employees for 3 months out of the year. In the winter, we're going to find something. It's going to come out of my pocket, to not lay them off. We're just not going to do that. It's really cool too that they, I guess, trust in all of us to provide them their living. Because that's what they do for a living. That's how they put food on their table. It's pretty cool. The story of the Chinese bamboo tree. Like a farmer goes and plants this seed, and he basically has to water it and fertilize it for 5 years. Most people will not do that and just have faith for 5 years that if they go water and fertilize that seed, that they're going to get a tree out of it, or they're going to get, fruits, for the labor or whatever. They'll quit. And then that same tree that you water and fertilize for 5 years and it never sprouts, in 18 months it grows like 80 feet tall. That's exactly how it works in business. You work your ass off for 5 years and you really see nothing, but now all of a sudden you have more resources, you have a little bit more money, you continue to gain more and more resources, and it continues to grow even faster and faster because the stuff that you did up front. Sports in general is like one of the biggest competitive atmospheres that there is, and it's one of the greatest things. But just because it teaches kids how to have discipline, it teaches them how to have work ethic, it teaches them how to get knocked down and get back up again. And I think I lost that competitive, I guess, just atmosphere after working for other people, not getting to compete on some sort of level, and now that it's kind of fulfilled again just because we compete every day. And now, of course, I've kind of learned to compete against myself or chase myself, just finding a way to get better at something every day. Just having that mindset, I'm just not going to quit. I don't know what it is. I can't quit. I set out to do something, I'm going to do it. Just some little setback or some little disappointment, or something like that, it's not enough to maybe just throw in the towel. The one thing that's probably helped me in all the personal development and the fitness stuff that I've been doing is that you can either be positive about something or you can be negative about every single situation. You can find the good or you can find the bad and everything. And I just try my best to always find the good in everything. If we've got a mistake on a project, it's probably going to help one of our project managers learn a lesson. And if they learn from it, that's positive. And it may cost us some money, but they're probably not going to make that mistake again, and that's good. That's positive. It's not fun to get up at 3:45 or 4 o'clock in the morning so that you have time to work out and take care of yourself and still go do a full day and be home in time to have dinner with your family and take time to be with them. And that's what makes you happy. Like, you gain momentum in your day and you gain momentum in life. you know, also, you know, that's kind of how we got to where we're at, you know, just little small wins just stacked up over time. And that's not what everybody wants to hear, you know, that you have to actually work, you know, but that's the truth.